Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and welcome to issue 10 of Fanhome's Build Your Own R2-D2. This artwork has been provided to me by Fanhome themselves, so thank them very much for that, so I can make these videos so you can see exactly how the build progresses and comes along. So, this time we're going to be building more of the head frame and lens assembly. Parts from issue 1, I think, all the way back to the beginning. We got this part that we're going to be fitting a little bit more together with this, and then we're starting on the lower section of the head dome assembly. So let's have a look through the magazine. Visual effects part 1, obviously Star Wars, very heavy in the visual effects. Indeed, ILM was basically made to make Star Wars. So there we go. Yeah, a lot of practical effects, but a lot of computer generated stuff as well. But visual effects covers both, really, doesn't it? So there we go, that's that. Turn over one page at a time, then you can see what's going on. Treadwell, yeah, I do remember that tottering around and thought, it's interesting, it's sort of multiple arms, multiple uses, but yeah, not quite, yeah, I don't know. There we go. Case study on the slightly different version that's not got so many arms, but got a tool, yeah, tool human height eyes, so you can probably relate to it a little bit better, but I don't know, yeah. Robot arms, obviously, because we're talking about robot arms, and robot arms are a real thing. Not quite what they've got there, but you can see it. It works. Using it in space and everything, it's fine. Training an arm, quite interesting. And then, obviously, when it gets weaponized. Right, and the build this week. The head frame, lens, and leg parts. Now, the leg parts are some heavy metal parts, which I'm not going to take out the packet because we're not using those quite yet. They're obviously going to be added to the internals of the leg to brace them up, but we're not doing that in this issue. So I shall keep those over to one side. First of all, we are extending the head chassis. So we've got the head from last time, the part from this time. I've got 2 screws and 2 nuts, which attach in exactly the same way. The trick is getting it in the right place. So let's hold that way round. And then this is going down there by the looks of it. Does that look correct? It does. It looks correct to me. Now, these fit in a slightly different way to before. Obviously, they're fitting... These ones fit over the top of this. This fits underneath in there. And the nuts fit on the underside rather than the top side. So we've got 2 little pins here that go locate into the 2 little holes there, like that. But then it gets a little bit different. Instead of having a hole that we drop the nut into, there's a slot. So you can, again, relatively easily slide it in place like that. Keep it in place with a finger while you turn it over. Grab just one of the other screws and make sure you get it in the right place, the right hole. It should just go through. Fun. When you've only got the one hand to be dealing with, it's trickier. So that goes through everything and then tightens into that nut, and you can feel it come through. And hold that in place, and then you do that again, obviously, on the other one. So with this build, there's just enough metal to make everything steady and sturdy and hold it together well. Whereas if all of these plastic pieces were metallic, it would be a nightmare. It would be stupidly heavy, and I've completely missed going through that nut. And then I'll probably drop the screw. Oh no, the screw's still on the screwdriver. Okay, let's try that. That goes in there. Hold it in place. I think I didn't have it quite into the corner enough. So let's try that again. That feels better this time. I can feel it tightening. So now I can tighten that one down and tighten down the other one as well. Now obviously we've got more of these to go around, creating another layer. But for now, that's the completed assembly for the framework for now. Now we need to bring into play these parts from last time. And the lens that we took the cover off, I put in a plastic bag to keep it from getting fingerprints and everything all over it. So that's all ready together like that, because I did that last time. This will drop, generally, just drop and throw it and drop it all over the place. It will drop into there, thusly like that. And then this will go over there, and then you can turn it the right way up, and then we have four screw holes to go into the four screws to go into the 4 screw holes to hold it in place. Now, as ever, I'm putting in the screws gently, one at a time. These are plastic self-tapping screws that are going in there. The one thing that's worth noting on this part of the build is you're not screwing down, and how can I put it? You're not screwing down straight. Don't try and go down onto the table like that. You're actually coming at an angle from here, as you can see from the side there. Basically the angle that this is at. So pay careful attention to the direction of your screwing. Get that one in there. And then the last one, once that's on, we'll know everything's lined up and we can go back and tighten it all up. So that's in there, that's located there, that looks flush from the front. Looking good. Let's go down and tighten all these up. Now, being careful that these are still going into plastic, don't put extreme pressure onto it because you don't need to. Just enough to hold it in place so it doesn't move and wiggle. So that is that. I can now get rid of that plastic because that is there, and it will in fact slide into these pieces on here. You can see the little slots and the bayonet bits. It won't really go in there yet, but it will, but it won't stay there because obviously there's the metal dome to go over in between. But that's going to go on there like that, and R2 is all of a sudden starting to look just a little bit alive. It looks a little bit more like R2, so yeah, I'm happy with that. It's coming along. So yes, that's it for the build. That was this month, all done, issue 10. Thank you very much for following along with the build. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, let me know. If you're not, let me know. Either way, let me know, because, you know, conversation and things always good. Leave a comment and let me know how things are going for you. If you're building along, if you'd like to build along, there's a link for Fanhome in the description of the video. Contact them, and it's available in several different parts of the world, and as far as I'm aware, they're increasing the number of parts of the world that they're available in all the time. So if it's not available for you quite yet, hopefully it will be soon. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time for issue 11.